Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video I really fancy doing a kind of neutral toned all matte look, so no shimmer, no glitter, no highlighter, just a very neutral matte look, because I know the next video I'm planning on doing is quite a bold look and quite extreme-ish, so I thought I'd do this video today. I also got a comment asking how I curl my hair, so I thought I'd include that. I think I have included how I curl my hair before, but I thought sometimes it is quite nice to do a hair and makeup together. So I'm going to do that. I'm actually going to start with the hair portion first because I like to let my curls cool a little bit before I kind of mess around with them. So I kind of curl it, then I'll do my makeup, and then I'll mess around with the hair afterwards. So if you're interested, then please keep on watching. Okay, so I'm just going to separate my hair into two halves. Quickly, and I kind of switch up between side and middle parting. I've got a side today. Now to curl my hair I use straighteners. I've had these straighteners for years. I really need a new pair. They're from BellaIzzy. I can't tell you what kind of make they are. The paint's all stripped off. I've literally, honestly, I've had these for about 7-8 years. They're still going strong, but I do think I need a new pair soon. Yeah, it's just my favourite way of curling my hair with straighteners. It's fast, it's easy, and I really like how the curls are at the end. So, I'm going to split my hair in two again. Start with this side. I go in all the same direction. I know some people like to change directions, but I don't. So I just take a chunk of hair and I just curl. Like that. That's all I do. My hair has been cut quite recently, so it's a bit shorter at the moment. And for the under part I just take quite big sections, so I just clip at the top, twist the straightener away from my head and just slowly pull it down the hair. And I like it because it leaves the ends slightly straight, which I quite like. Yeah, I just prefer using straighteners because, like I said, it's just so much quicker. Obviously if you had longer hair it might take a bit longer, but just for me with my short hair, I find it easier than trying to use a curler because, especially with the back pieces, I end up burning myself because it's quite hard to wrap around a curler or whatever. But yeah, that is literally how I curl my hair. You could go in opposite directions, so like you could curl your hair towards your head, but I just prefer going in the one direction away from my head with my whole hair. Yeah, I think because my hair's been recently cut as well, it's a lot easier to curl because it just kind of springs at the moment. Like so. Cool. And then all I do is then, if you've got more hair or a lot thicker hair, you might want to do it in more sections than just two like I do, but I just do it in two. Okay, so that's my whole hair curled. Like I said, it really doesn't take me long, about 10 minutes to quickly go over it. Like I said, I like to let my curls kind of cool down for a bit before I play around with it because I don't want to keep them kind of this tight and stuff. For all the times you've seen with videos where I've got my hair up and bits down that are curled, I use the straightener again. So I just leave the bits out that I want to leave when I have my hair up, go in with the straightener and curl it away from my face like I have done here, just in case you were wondering. So I'm going to move on to the makeup portion now. Okay, so I'm going to start with the face first. I'm going to use up the last bit of this Divina Organics Silk Cream foundation in porcelain, just because there's not much left and I thought I'd use it up. Might as well. So I'm quite impressed. You get about 3 uses, I'd say, out of this. Well, depending on how heavy coverage you want of it, because it does give very good coverage. Last video I tried to link some of her products, but I think she is in progress of reworking on stuff, so the Etsy website isn't, there isn't products available to get at the moment. So as soon as she's back, I will link in the products and stuff, because I really think she does some amazing products, and like I said, they're all handmade, so I think that's incredible. I've gone for quite heavy coverage with this. So had I gone for a lighter coverage, I'd probably used half of that, so I could have got a few more uses out of it, but I don't know, when I'm going a matte look, I kind of like the slightly fuller coverage on the skin. If I was going for like a dewy look and stuff like that, I like the lighter coverage because I like it to look more skin-like. I mean, my skin still looks really nice and stuff, obviously. It doesn't look cakey or anything like that. You can still see some of my freckles through it, and it looks really beautiful. But I do like to go full coverage. And I am aware that this foundation isn't a matte foundation, but I will mattify it. I just thought I might as well use up the last of it, and I really have enjoyed this foundation. And so just like the last video, I'm not going to add any of the concealer. I did have it in hand just in case. I wasn't sure how much of the foundation I had left. But I'm going to go in with my Inica Baked Foundation to set this foundation and also mattify it as well. So it's this one here, and I have mine in shade Grace. I am going to use it with a dry sponge. Like I said, I found with a sponge it gives a lot more coverage than with a brush, and like I said, I don't often go very full coverage, but today I'm kind of in the mood for it, so yeah. And especially when I mattify the skin, I just find it easier to go in with a sponge. Okay, so because I've gone full coverage, I definitely need to get in with some definition to my face. So I actually, if I can find it, going to go in with my LuLuLolo Sculpt and Glow Contour Kit and use the sculpting side, obviously. And I'm going to sculpt my cheekbones and just might give some definition to my face. Okay, I definitely need some blush on these cheeks, so I'm going to go with the Coralista Duo from LuLuLolo as well, and just take the blush aside and go ahead and rosy up the cheeks. I think I mentioned in my last video I've been really loving blush at the moment and going quite heavy. So I want to know if you love blush and what your favourite blushes are. It can be for clean beauty or it can be for the general cruelty free, but just let me know your favourite blushes down below, because yeah, I've just been really into wearing blush at the moment. Okay, so that's the face portion done. Like I said, no highlighter today. I want to keep it quite matte and things like that. So on to the eyes. I'm going to start with the eyebrows. First, I'm going to go with the Alveda Brow Gel just to sculpt, well, to get the shape I want. And then, as always, go with my LuLuLolo Duo powder, which looks disgusting because it's so well used. Take it on the Real Techniques brow brush, the quite thick one. To the eye portion, taking my LuLuLolo eye primer and just popping some over the lids and up to the brow bone to prep for the eyeshadows. I'm going to double into my Divina Organics eyeshadows. I'm going to take the Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush. It's quite a fat, dense brush, and this brush is going to be perfect for the look that I've got in mind. So I'm starting off with this shade here, which is the shade Secret. And I'm going to take this all over the lid and buff it up into the crease. And this is going to be such an easy look to do again. Like I said, the next look's going to be quite a bold look, so I wanted to keep the past couple relatively simple. So I'm still building up that secret shade just all over the lid. And like I said, using this brush is so easy, because especially what I'm going to do, because I'm going to take slightly darker colours and pop them onto the lid and blend upwards and do a smoky eye that way. So instead of going with the crease first and then blending, I quite like to do this method. It makes it does quicker and easier. And I think this brush fits quite nicely into the eye as well. Use the edge of the brush just to make sure the outer bits are blended. I think the next shade I'm going to go in with is Soulmate, which is this one just here. You do have to be gentle with these eyeshadows, because you do get a little bit of kickback, especially if you're using quite a dense brush like this. If you're using a lighter brush, it's different. But that means that the shadows are going to be more pigmented. So the more kickback you get, the more pigmented the eyeshadows are, which I know not everyone likes fallout. But I mean, if you tap off the brush, you shouldn't get any on your skin. Although having said that, I'm pretty sure I have got some just there, but that's fine. I mean, there is a balance between kickback and pigmentation. Obviously, you don't want like the whole eyeshadow to disappear within one tap of the brush. If you just go in lightly, one tap, that's all you need with these eyeshadows. So if you're someone who doesn't like kickback at all, then you won't like these. But just look at the pigmentation that's coming off. They blend really nicely. So I'm kind of happy to, you know, overlook a little bit of kickback, a little bit of fallout to get some beautiful eye looks. So as you can see, this brush is making everything so much easier. I'm going to go a little bit more with Secret, just in that top section, just to make sure that colour has come back again. And then I'm going to go with the last shade, which is Fair Play, the darker brown, again on this brush. But I'm just going to go across the lid section, not going to bring it into the crease. So I'm going to pat this along. And really focus this one onto the lid. Going to pick some more of Soulmate up on the brush, go into the crease section. Back in one last time with Secret, the very first shade, just to make sure that shade is still popping through at the top. But sometimes I just find you start with the first colour and go all over the lid up to the kind of near the brow bone area and do it with all the shades but getting less high each time. I sometimes think the blend is almost nicer and better. Again, side of my brush, just to make sure these edges here aren't too harsh. I'm going to take a little pencil brush, this is again from Iconic London. I'm going to go in with Soulmate. And I'm going to run this along the lower lash line. Just join it up just so it all connects. Okay, I had planned to add some liquid liner to this, but I think I might leave it there and add mascara. I haven't really used liquid liner in a while, but I don't think this look needs it, and I'm not always a huge fan of liquid liner. So I think I'm going to leave it there and just add a couple of coats of mascara. So I'm going to go in with the Benacos Maximum Volume Mascara and go in a couple of times with different layers to really build up on the upper and lower lashes. Okay, so I have got some mascara on my lids and stuff. It was a bit messy, but I'm just going to let it dry and I can go back in and sort that out in a second. So I'll just do the lips first. So I'm going to go in with the Lily Lolo lip liner in Soft Nude. I'm going to line my lips and also fill them in with this shade as well, this pencil. And then I'm going to take a little bit of the 100% Pure matte lipstick in Sandstone, just a little bit over the top. Love the smell of these. So I'm going to go with the pencil brush now and just knock off any areas where I've got the mascara. Okay, so that's the makeup portion done. So like I said, neutral colours. It's quite dark still, but just all matte, which I think sometimes is quite nice. So back to the hair. I'm just gonna mess up the root section a little bit. I'm just gonna take my fingers and just run through it ever so lightly, sorry. You don't want to completely brush out the curls, obviously. And if there are any curls that kind of disappear a little bit, you can go back in then with the straighteners and fix any areas that might need fixing. For some reason, if I've got a side parting, whichever side's got the more hair, so this side, always has the nicer curls and the more volume. This side always looks a little bit flatter, and obviously there's still curls there, but I don't know, I think obviously because it's got more hair on this side, so there's more volume to play with. Now I've kind of run out of hairspray at the moment, so I would give it a little squirt of hairspray, or a little spritz of hairspray just to kind of hold it in place, but I always find if your hair's just been cut, it kind of holds a bit better anyway, because it's a bit more like, especially if it's cut shorter, it just is a bit more volume anyway to it. So that is this makeup and hair look complete. I really hope you have enjoyed it. Like I said, the next video is going to be an interesting one. It's going to be like a little series that I'm thinking of starting, quite bold, a bit different. So I really hope you have enjoyed. Leave any requests for future videos down below. Like I said, let me know what your kind of current favourite blushes are at the moment, because like I said, I've been really into blushes. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.